in BA 3rd Special English class. We are going to discuss about the general topic which is prescribed for the paper number 8, Introduction to English Poetry. We have discussed in the last lectures about Renaissance and rebirth of learning in Elizabethan age. We have also discussed specific characteristic features of Elizabethan poetry and Elizabethan poets in the last lecture. Now we are going to discuss the second general topic, metaphysical poetry. It is a very famous literary movement which took place during the 17th century. In fact, what is metaphysics? Why this poetry is called as metaphysical poetry may be a question in your mind. Metaphysics is actually a branch of a philosophy. It is concerned with explaining the natural world. Metaphysics is the study of human beings and other beings and the reality of a human life. Metaphysics asks fundamental questions such as, is there a God? What is man's place in the universe? Like that. This study also includes questions related to the space, time, causality, existence and possibility. Metaphysical poetry was written in the 17th century by British poets. After the Shakespeare, school of metaphysical was started. But these metaphysical poets didn't term themselves as a metaphysical poets is a very significant fact we should remember about them. Because this metaphysical is a term given by Samuel Johnson, very famous critic, who attempted to classify the type of poetry that came from the 17th century poets like Donne, Crashaw, Marvell, etc. Then what is a metaphysical poet? Who has given the name or the title to this poetry? The term metaphysical or metaphysics in poetry is also, like in Elizabethan poetry, the fruit of a Renaissance tree. You know very well that Renaissance, that means rebirth of a learning, rebirth of a knowledge, rebirth of art, rebirth of literature, and it gives so many changes, so many discoveries, inventions to the literary world of Elizabethan age. Metaphysical poetry is one of such consequences or one of such fruits of a Renaissance tree. Originally, the term metaphysical poetry was coined by John Dryden, the best known poet, dramatist and critic of the 17th century, and it later popularized by Samuel Johnson in his book Lives of the Most Eminent English Poets. What is then meta? What is then physics? It is a coined word. There are two words which are combined together and gives a very meaningful sense to the term. The word meta means beyond and the physical means physical nature. You can say that metaphysical is a poetry which is a spiritual, which is a philosophical. You can understand after the studying characteristic features of a metaphysical poetry. Metaphysical poetry, according to some critics, means a poetry that goes beyond the physical world of the senses. It explores the spiritual world. It mainly deals with the human heart, passions, emotions, mind, like that. Metaphysical poetry refers to a type of very intellectual poetry. It mainly dealt with thought, doctrines, philosophy. It is a type of a poetry dealing with the abstract or philosophical subject such as love, religion, God, beauty, faith, and so on. Then what is abstract? What is concrete? Concrete, that means the things which you can see. Concrete, that means things which you can feel easily because of a touch. But abstract is very difficult to understand. Abstract, that means unseen things which you have to feel mentally, you have to feel psychologically. I love you, but how much? What is love? We can't understand. We have to feel it. Like that, God, beauty, faith, religion, and so many things are considered as abstract. So metaphysical poetry is a poetry which mainly dealt with these abstract or philosophical subjects. Metaphysical poetry means what? So many critics explains its specific features. According to some critics, metaphysical poetry is addicted to witty conceits and far-fetched imagery. What is a wit? What is a conceit? What is a far-fetched imagery? We have explained it while studying the figures of speech. In the beginning of the explanation of Elizabethan poetry, I have explained you various significant literary devices of figures of speech. From that, you must understand what is a wit, what is a conceit, what is a far-fetched imagery. The metaphysical implies a process of a dry reasoning. It is a speculation about the nature of universe and the problems of life and death. It is a direct sensuous apprehension of a thought or recreation of thought into feeling. There are so many specific characteristics of a metaphysical poetry. The founder of this school of poets was John Donne, who broke away from the traditional, easy, fluent style, stock imagery, pastoral conventions of the day. And he aimed at a reality of a thought and vividness of expressions. And so, metaphysical poetry became graceful, vigorous, and despite faults in rhythm, but often strangely harmonious. There are some specific features of a metaphysical poetry which are explained by various poetic critics. According to them, skillful use of wit and conceit is the most significant feature of a metaphysical poetry. There is exhibition of a learning. These people thought of themselves as a learned people, intellectual people, and which is exhibited in their work, which is exhibited in their poetry. And so the exhibition of learning becomes the another feature of a metaphysical poetry. Harsh versification and passionate thoughts are there. There are various hymns written by poets like Donne, Marvell, and so religious and dramatic elements become the another feature of these metaphysical poems. There is a harsh rhythm. There was a directness of speech. There was abrupt beginning in the poems. There is a use of a scientific speculation. As we know that metaphysical poets faced drastic changes because of a scientific development, discoveries and inventions. The metaphysical era becomes the era of skepticism and pessimism because of the scientific inventions, and that influenced the work of the poet, that influenced the poet's minds and thoughts, and therefore we found many scientific speculations in their writing. We found ordinary speech mixed with the puns and paradoxes and colloquial language. Sometimes it is difficult to understand, sometimes we cannot agree with their opinions, but still we have to accept the intellectuality of the poets. Argumentative presentation of imagination, emotion and daring imagery or the metaphysical conceits are the most prominent features of a metaphysical poetry. And then what was the different quality of the metaphysical poetry? What is the difference between the Elizabethan poets and metaphysical poets? The metaphysical poets turn away from the long old-fashioned works of Spenserian. As we have discussed while studying the Elizabethan poetry about the Edmund Spenser was the most outstanding and very famous poet of the Elizabethan era. He is known for his epics such as Prothalamion, Epithalamion, and even he is known as the best sonneteer, and he wrote 88 sonnets entitled Sonnets from Amoretti, and but his works are considered as old-fashioned and very long verses by the metaphysical poets, and so they turn away from these long old-fashioned works and concentrated their efforts on the short poems. And they wrote lyrics dealing with the themes of love of a woman and love or fear of a god. And often these metaphysical poems are presented in the form of arguments instead of a plain writing. They begins with an argument. For example, Duns go and catch the falling star. You can while giving the explanation done about the Dun as a metaphysical poet, I will explain you various weeds and conceits and far-fetched images which are used in metaphysical poets like a Dun. Then when was the beginning of the metaphysical poetry? Metaphysical poetry began early in the Jacobean age, in the last stage of the age of Shakespeare. You know very well that Elizabethan era was started from 1558 and it ended in 1603. Shakespearean era started from 1564 and ended in 1660. After the death of Elizabeth, again the England was overruled by the French, and then that age was known as the Jacobean age. And after the death of Shakespeare, John Donne and his followers wrote metaphysical poetry in the 17th century. And this tradition of a metaphysical poetry writing was again revived in England and America in 20th century also. There are different views by critics like Dryden and Johnson about the metaphysical poetry. Dryden and Johnson were the neoclassical critics. Actually, they used this term metaphysical, but they used metaphysical in a negative sense. Johnson's statement about the metaphysical poet is most known. He says the most heterogeneous ideas are yoked by violence together. That means, according to Johnson's opinion, metaphysical poetry has heterogeneous ideas. There is no cohesion, coherence, and they brought together violently. Like that only he thought about the metaphysical poet. But on the other hand, Thomas Eliot, who is a very T.S. Eliot is a very famous Victorian poet and critic who gives this term metaphysical a place of honor, and he appreciated metaphysical poets as an intellectual poet, and he appreciated metaphysical poetry as an outstanding poetry and poetry written by learned people. He appreciated Donne, Marvell, Crashaw, etc. in his literary criticism. There were so many poets who contributed to the metaphysical poetry. Among them, some are mentioned here. John Donne was the founder of the metaphysical school of poetry. It is a literary movement, and he is a founder of that movement. Doesn't matter the title is given later on, the term is used later on, but Donne is known as the founder or the father of a metaphysical school of poetry. His follower is Robert Herrick, then Thomas Carew, Richard Crashaw, Henry Waugh, George Herbert, Law Hubbard, Abraham Cowley, Andrew Marvell, Edmund Waller are the most known metaphysical poets, which are known as major poets of a metaphysical school of poetry. And for the present year, you have to study two of them as a metaphysical poets. We will continue with John Donne as a metaphysical poet in the second lecture. So as a part of a homework, go through some specific characteristics of a metaphysical poetry, who has coined the term, what was the period of a metaphysical poetry, who were the prominent poets from the metaphysical school of poetry, who were the critics coined the term metaphysical poetry, what are the various opinions of critics about the metaphysical poetry, and try to find out the answers about the what is a wit, what is a conceit, what is a far-fetched image. So we will discuss in the next lecture about the Donne as a metaphysical poet. Have a good day.